Good morning, students. Welcome back to the physics class. Today we are going to discuss a new topic. The topic name is potentiometer. Okay. So first of all, we should learn about this potentiometer. First of all, we have to know what is the potentiometer. Okay. So potentiometer is not a device. It is a type of electrical circuit. Potentiometer is not a circuit, not a device. It is a type of circuit. Okay, and by the use of this potentiometer, we can able to find exact measurements of potential differences, resistances, and current. By the use of this potentiometer, we can able to measure exact values of current, resistance, and potential difference. So by the use of this potentiometer, we can able to measure the exact values of current, resistance, potential difference. Okay, and this potentiometer having one principle. That principle means that is nothing but a statement. Okay, this potentiometer will be works based on this principle. This potentiometer having one principle is nothing but a statement. Okay, so this potentiometer will be works based on this principle. Okay, so we should see what is the principle of this potentiometer. The EMF of a cell is directly proportional to balancing length. The EMF of a cell is directly proportional to balancing length. EMF of a cell is directly proportional to balancing length. We know already. EMF means which term we should indicate? E. EMF of a cell is directly proportional. Directly proportional symbol we know. This is the directly proportional symbol. Is directly proportional to balancing length. Balancing length, we can denote the term as L, small l. So this is the principle of potentiometer. Based on this statement, I wrote just expression. Okay, what is that expression? E is directly proportional to L. The EMF of a cell is directly proportional to balancing length. EMF means E, balancing length means L. Both are directly proportional, so directly proportional symbol. So this is the statement, principle. This is the expression. Okay. Now, this is the principle of the potentiometer. Now we should see construction of the potentiometer. So this is the basic structure of the potentiometer. Please see carefully. This is the basic structure of the potentiometer. First of all, I should tell about these symbols. I hope some symbols you know already, but some new symbols I inserted in our diagram. So please see our diagram carefully. Now this is the battery, you know already. This name is a key. What is that? Key. So we can indicate this term name is key. Key means K. We can indicate as a K. This is the battery. This is the key. We can denote this key one more form also. What is that? Like this. This is also key. Key we can indicate as a two forms. One is this one is this one. Okay, but we can denote the term in key as a K. Okay, and next one, this is the potentiometer wire. See carefully, this is the potentiometer wire. This is the battery key, this C2D, this is the potentiometer wire, and this is the electric cell. So this electric cell having some amount of EMF, so I denoted here E. Okay, now this is the galvanometer. I hope you know already the symbol of the galvanometer, because I told you in before case. Galvanometer symbol is this one. What is the symbol of galvanometer? Capital G. This is the symbol. So this is the galvanometer symbol, and this is the high resistance box. HR means high resistance box. Okay, this J will be indicating as a jockey. What is that? Jockey. So here how many symbols are there in our electrical circuit? Battery, key, potentiometer wire, electric cell, galvanometer, high resistance box, and jockey. Okay, now I will explain about the construction of this potentiometer. Potentiometer consists a battery. Potentiometer consists a battery. This battery having one positive terminal and one negative terminal. This is the positive terminal of the battery. This is the negative terminal of the battery. Okay. A potentiometer consists a battery. I told you already. This battery having one positive terminal and one negative terminal. And this battery and key and this potentiometer wire. This battery BT and the key K and this potentiometer wire. These three are connected in a series format. This battery and this key and this potentiometer wire. These three are connected in a series format. Series format means already you know we can connect end to end. See this battery end to potentiometer wire, this key end to potentiometer wire. So end. Okay, suppose this is the battery, this is the key, and this is the potentiometer wire. Potentiometer wire end connected to key end connected to battery end again it is connected to potentiometer wire. So what I am going to tell is, it consists of battery, key and potentiometer wire. These three are connected in a series format. Okay, and this is nothing but a primary circuit. What is that? Primary circuit. We should call this one is primary circuit. Remember, it is important. This battery, this key and this potentiometer wire, these three are connected in a series format. This is nothing but, this is we are calling primary circuit. Okay. One end of the potentiometer wire is connected to positive terminal of the cell. This is the one end of the potentiometer wire and this is another end. So one end of the potentiometer wire is connected to positive terminal of the electric cell. Okay, and this negative terminal of the electric cell is connected to jockey. This negative terminal of the electric cell is connected to jockey through galvanometer and a high resistance box. Please remember, one end of the potentiometer wire is connected to positive terminal of the electric cell and the negative terminal of the electric cell is connected to jockey. This negative terminal is connected to jockey through, in the middle what is there? Galvanometer and high resistance box. This is the construction about this potentiometer. Okay, so once again we will see. Oh, sorry, I forgot this. This is the primary circuit, correct? So this is the secondary circuit. This electric cell and galvanometer, high resistance box and jockey. These four circuit connection is the secondary circuit. So this is the primary circuit. This is the secondary circuit. Okay, once again I will revise you. Construction of this potentiometer is, this potentiometer consists battery, key and potentiometer wire. These three are connected in a series format. This is we are calling primary circuit. And one end of the potentiometer wire is connected to positive terminal of the electric cell. One end of the potentiometer wire is connected to positive terminal of the electric cell, and this negative terminal of the electric cell is connected to the jockey through this galvanometer and a high resistance box. This is the construction. Now we should see how this potentiometer will be work. Okay, how this potentiometer is working, now we should discuss. So this is the construction what I told now. Working. Now this is the structure. How this potentiometer will work means, this is the jockey, right? This is the jockey. Jockey is the movable part. Jockey is the movable part in this circuit. That means this jockey will move like here to here. This is nothing but a wire only. Okay, it will move anywhere. Suppose this jockey will connect here and here. It will move like this. Anywhere it will, we can touch it. Okay, so that means you have to understand easily means jockey is nothing but a movable part. Suppose this is the electrical wire. That wire is not wire only we are calling jockey. That means this jockey is movable. Anywhere we can touch this potentiometer wire. Okay, so here this jockey, first of all, this is the jockey. In this jockey, I will place on the potentiometer here. In this jockey, I will place on the potentiometer here. I will touch on this potentiometer at this point. So at this point, I will touch it. This jockey. At this particular point, I will touch on the potentiometer wire. After touching this jockey, I will move like this. I will move. One particular point, we don't know which point, but one particular point, when you are moving this jockey in this side, one particular point, this galvanometer shows zero deflection. I will tell you what is the symbol of this galvanometer. Suppose this is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Otherwise, you can write like this: 10, 5, 0, 5, 10. So this is the galvanometer symbol. That means this is the needle. This is the needle. Okay. Whenever by the use of this jockey you are touching here, this galvanometer, this needle will be there, no? It will move like this. It will move like this. This needle will fall down. Suppose by the use of this jockey, I am touching at this point here. Needle is falling like this. Whenever you are moving this jockey like this side, this needle will move. This needle will move. Some particular point it will show zero deflection. It will show zero deflection means this needle will be fixed at zero. It is showing zero. Okay. When this galvanometer is showing zero deflection, when the needle is reached that zero, that particular point you can stop. So now jockey, where we have to denote here. This is the jockey. And here you can give, this is the length L. Now I am speaking about the working of this potentiometer. In that working, what I am doing here, I am taking the jockey, I will keep it on the potentiometer wire. Whenever this jockey is keeping on the potentiometer wire, this galvanometer is showing some reading. 10, 5, 8, it's showing some reading. This needle is showing some reading. But whenever this jockey is moving this direction, this galvanometer shows, this needle is there, no galvanometer needle. Already it is showing some reading whenever you are touching. But whenever you are moving this galvanometer in this side, this reading will move exactly, slowly and reach the zero deflection. When this galvanometer is reaching zero deflection, please you can stop that jockey and keep the point J. And give, that is the length L. That is the length of the potentiometer wire. In this condition, why the galvanometer is showing zero deflection means there is no current flowing in the galvanometer. There is no current flowing in the galvanometer, so this galvanometer showing zero deflection. I will write, there is no current flowing in galvanometer. So it's showing zero deflection. Zero deflection. Okay. Now, in this condition, when this galvanometer is showing zero deflection, that time EMF of this cell is equal to, this EMF of the cell is equal to balancing length. EMF of this cell is equal or directly proportional. Whenever this galvanometer is showing zero deflection, that time EMF of the cell is directly proportional to balancing length. Balancing length. Otherwise, wait. Whenever it is showing zero deflection, okay, EMF of the cell E is equal to balancing length, otherwise directly proportional to balancing length L. Remember this point, it is an important. When the galvanometer is showing zero deflection, that time EMF of the cell is directly proportional to balancing length. Otherwise, the potential difference across the length, is directly proportional to EMF of the cell. I told you here 2 points. First one is this one. EMF of the cell is directly proportional to length, balancing length. Otherwise, EMF of the cell is directly proportional to potential difference. Potential difference between Cj. Remember these 2 points. When this galvanometer is showing zero deflection, that time EMF of the cell is directly proportional to balancing length. Otherwise, EMF is directly proportional to potential difference between the points C and D. Potential difference means voltage difference. Okay, so whenever it is showing zero deflection, EMF of the cell is directly proportional to potential difference between the points C and D. Okay, so this is the working of the potentiometer. It is little bit confusing, this working. Please see carefully while you are watching. You have any. Okay, now where you will confuse means about this jockey only. I told you already, this jockey is the movable part. It will move whenever we have to go. You can keep this one on your hand. You can touch here, otherwise you can touch here, otherwise you can touch here, because it is a movable part. Okay, whenever you are touching one particular place, this galvanometer shows zero deflection. Galvanometer is here. This galvanometer shows zero deflection. Sorry, some particular reading. But when you are moving this jockey, this galvanometer is moving towards the zero deflection. But one particular point, this galvanometer completely shows the zero. That time you can stop the jockey on the potential wire. Okay, on the potential wire you can stop the jockey. That time, why the galvanometer is showing zero? Because in that time there is no current flowing through the galvanometer. Okay, I wrote here. In that condition, electric cell is directly proportional to length. Otherwise, electric cell, EMF of electric cell is directly proportional to potential difference between the point C and D. Whether you can remember or not, this is the principle also. EMF of the cell is directly proportional to balancing length. I told you already, just 5 minutes back. Okay, so I hope you understood the class. If you have any doubt means after watching the video, please ask. Thank you.